Hi everybody, Jon Sharp here, Hardenberg Insurance Group. Thrilled to be with you again today. As you know, we've been talking about COVID-19 and how it's been a serious market disruptor in all industries, big and small. And today we wanted to bring another expert to you because we feel like our clients and friends in the community can find some value if we're connecting you to professionals that really understand what's going on in their specific sector. And this should help us all understand COVID-19 and what you can look out for. Today, I'm especially excited to bring one of my partners, Brian Blaston, who's also the business insurance manager at our firm, Hardenberg Insurance Group. As you hopefully know, HIG specializes in all things insurance, including personal insurance, business insurance, and group medical insurance. HIG is headquartered in Marlton, New Jersey. Welcome, Brian.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me, John.
Absolutely. I know a lot of people here, Brian, at HIG have been getting a lot of calls about business income insurance and how that's going to be handled with COVID-19. It's probably been the hottest topic in insurance. So could you explain to us how the carriers plan to handle business income insurance in regards to the pandemic?
It's a great question, John, and it's absolutely something we're hearing a lot about. Business income, also called business interruption insurance. The number of businesses right now that are being interrupted is really high in number. And if they're not being interrupted completely and stopped, they're seeing a slowdown in sales or payroll or all kinds of activity. As for the industry itself, the precedent has been set that there is not going to be coverage for business income. And the reason for that is after the SARS epidemic in 2003, insurance companies added an endorsement, really an exclusion to policies for all things related to bacteria and virus. That was added in 2006, and it pretty much became a mandatory exclusion on all policies, property policies, for the last 10 plus years. So right now, what we're recommending people to do is if you're experiencing a loss of income, or you know that you're going to experience a loss of income because of the shutdown or just the events of COVID-19, it's time to put your carrier on notice. The expectation is that your claim's going to get denied pretty quickly, but our preference right now is to be first in and let the carrier know what's happening and get them aware that your business is being impacted. And we're going to see how this legislation may or may not change, and the precedent of denials could very well change.
Let me ask you a question about costs in regards to insurance during this period of time. What can a small business owner do right now to try and cut back on their insurance costs to give them some immediate relief?
Yeah, absolutely. We're working with a lot of our clients on just that topic. One of the inquiries we have received is people talk about wanting to cancel their insurance coverage. Anywhere that can be avoided, it should. Some of the reasons for that specifically are there's just too many unknowns about what's going to happen in the marketplace. We don't know exactly what coverage is going to be available after this. We don't know what cost is going to be after this, especially if it's in the $300 or $400 billion estimate if something gets overruled with business interruption, which is going to probably negatively impact rates for the buyer. Things you should be considering are for workers' compensation. You should take a look and see what kind of payroll you're experiencing. You may be able to reduce your exposures and get your workers' comp premiums down a bit. Same thing with general liability and sales. If you know you're having a slowdown or even a shutdown, make adjustments to account for that, and it could positively impact your insurance bills. Any autos that aren't being used, consider removing collision coverage.
How about any other things we should be looking for during this time in regards to managing risk for small businesses?
Yeah, so the most pertinent thing that I see right now is for the businesses that are able to stay operational, whether it's partially operational or hopefully completely operational, is what we're seeing is people have shifted a lot of people home. And what happens is instead of working in your office on your controlled network, they're now logging in remotely. And when employees log in remotely, that turns into a better opportunity for cyber criminals, hackers, to start taking advantage of weaker firewalls and just weaker network access. So we're seeing an uptick in cyber crime. I definitely recommend, if you don't already have a cyber policy, it's something, I know it's tough budgetarily wise right now, but if you can figure out a way to cover the cost of one, it's definitely worth checking out.
Okay, those are some great ideas, Brian. And speaking about cyber, I know we've had 2 clients that we deal with that have already been breached, and we're only 2 weeks in, and I'm sure there'll be more to come. So that's great advice. And I know some of the people we spoke to earlier in regards to IT mentioned that as an area of weakness. So Brian, thank you for your time today. Appreciate some of these quick tips to help us in regards to insurance with COVID-19 and the pandemic. If anyone wants to reach out to you and ask specific questions about some of the things you discussed today, how's the best way to reach you?
Either email or phone. My direct dial is 856-890-7139. Otherwise, email is bblaston@hig.net, bblaston@hig.net.
Okay, great. Thanks for joining us, Brian. I appreciate it.
Yeah, sure thing. Thanks for having me again, John.